If you're a man, you don't cry about it. You take life, the ups and downs. If you're a real man, you never go down, you just stay up. That's why this sport coat costs $800 and that costs $200. And I don't know what that costs, I'd be ashamed to wear it. That's why I'm wearing lizard shoes and a Rolex watch.
Importing it, snorting it, any competition extorting it, anything I want affording it, got enough crack to get forward a hit, turn a saint to a sinner, lose to a winner, whether old school or upbeat, getting my shit's the best, Rick's the best, have your heart beating right out your chest, that Ric Flair like, woo! That Ric Flair like, woo! This is all I do, I got that Ric Flair like, woo! Woo! Styling, profiling, that Ricky make a girl go, woo!
Okay. All right. Welcome to the Goblin Ogre podcast. That's too tight, so I'm not going to wear that. Why don't you introduce our guest, Lee, even though he's next to me?
Yeah, okay. Today we have Darren Burke. We're in his basement. Darren is a traveler. Also an accused N-word. A Nigerian. Yes. We got a lot to talk about. He does comedy, too. He runs podcasts. This is our guest today, Mr. Darren Burke.
Thanks very much.
Yeah.
Well, I'll put in claps. I'll put in applause. Yeah. On the way here, he mentioned a couple things about you, but I want to, first and foremost, before I forget, because it relates to this podcast specifically, I heard a rumor, but I'm really bad at names, so somebody might have said somebody else. So this may go nowhere, but I heard you may be taking in an old friend of ours, Matthew Baxter.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah? When is he?
He was supposed to come today. My roommate moved out. Well, he didn't move out. He's gone back to Scotland for a couple of months.
Okay, so Bax could use the space.
He's going to come in. I thought he was coming today, but then he changed until tomorrow. So he's going to come in tomorrow.
Okay, so await the return of Matt Baxter to the podcast. Yeah. We need him. I miss him.
He's coming back.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to come back on the podcast because we obviously had a group chat amongst the three hosts of the podcast, and we never closed that group chat, and I'm pretty sure he's still in it. And we even made fun of him the other day in the chat, and he still hasn't responded.
Yeah, I mean, I see his fucking picture drop when you read the thing. Yeah, he reads it.
Oh,
but he's not saying anything.
Yeah.
Don't do drugs because when you stop, you're gay.
You're gay.
Yeah. You turn into a fucking huge faggot. Yeah. God damn it, Baxter, just respond. You know we
Say
like
something.
I think as soon as he responds, he's trying now hard to stay off the drugs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Comedy went with the drugs because I think as soon as he comments back to one of your messages, he's afraid that that's going to be the trigger. Well, I'm just.
I mean, it's possible.
You've gone through 4 years of psychotherapy, right?
Oh God, no. Therapy. I've gone through about 1 year of regular therapy myself, so I basically a therapist. Yeah.
Oh shit, I've never done it. I've never gone
we
to
all
therapy.
know. We know.
I don't think I need it. When I was a little kid, they put me in therapy for a little bit. The school thought I needed it, and I just kept lying to them. I'm not joking. I started making up the story of it, like whatever's happening in it.
Yeah.
I was making that up like it would happen to me. I was just lying to the therapist, and they knew I was lying. They couldn't do anything with me. It was like I just thought it was really silly to be there, and I might have been a little afraid to open up.
That's so cute. I was afraid to open up.
I mean, I don't know, some creepy adult in front of you, and you're just kind of I don't know what to say. You're asking me weird shit that I don't even have the answer for. So I just started lying.
Well, that's probably the healthiest thing.
That's what you get for trying to put a child into therapy.
You're right.
They're not going to do it.
And I think
your adults don't even do it right.
But I think that affected me. Where today I have this thing where I don't want to go, even though I might benefit from it. But I don't want to go because of that experience. I just don't trust them. You know what I mean? It's awkward. I already experienced it in a fucking really lame way, and I don't want to. Yeah, I don't have nothing to do with it.
I got very lucky. I went to a fucking extreme low point, and then I just said, "Fuck it, I'll get therapy." And then the first one I got,
did you get suicidal?
Just happened to be, yeah.
I
never thought about doing it. I always think about doing it, but I never got close to.
Oh, just that. What's that word they use? Ideation.
Is that what it is?
I think word? Suicidal ideation. So you're thinking about it, but you never. It's not like you ever sat with pills in your hands or something like that.
I almost tried to do it once. I was right about to.
Yeah.
And then I thought, oh no, like what if I die? Like
Yeah.
that dawned on me.
Yeah.
And I think it was like more of like a low point, but I wasn't ready to quite off myself. That stupid thought of like, I could die for this came to mind. Like,
You're the dumbest
I'm
person
like, I
I
can't
know.
do this. It was almost like as I was doing everything, I wasn't quite thinking. I was just reacting. And as soon as you go like, all right, time to do it, you're like, oh wait, I don't want to not exist anymore.
So
I
what
was
you're
about to commit suicide,
Yeah.
but then I thought, but maybe I'm going to be dead after.
Yeah, that's
He's- but when
that's not that sounds bad.
he's essentially admitting to, I wish I could be a cry for help suicide.
Yeah.
Are we back?
Yeah, we're back, and I really hope the last of that recorded.
Yeah.
But luckily, it was all of 5 minutes. We were just talking about this wonderful basement. You run a mic out of here?
Yeah. Yeah. So every Tuesday, Wednesday, I do a mic in here now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did it for the last maybe 6 weeks. First 3 weeks was just me doing it to 2 people. And then I
Who were
still-
the 2 people?
His roommates.
my one roommate
Yeah,
and
of
Sam
course.
Allen. And so I just stood up here, fucking lost my mind for 25 minutes, and I did that for 3 weeks in a row. And then the 4th week, then and the open micers started coming,
Yeah.
and then a lot of them came. So it's like twice a week now. So and it gets full. The Tuesdays get full straight away, and then the Wednesdays a little bit less people, but it's good.
I find. Sorry, you were going to say something?
No, this setup, everything is just better than the comedy lab. Like if you think about the lab, it's
Basement
kind of
wise?
narrow, too
Yeah.
tight. This is an open space. You
Yeah.
should really consider like, I don't know, moving a lot of this shit out and kind of like expanding it into an actual club. And it'd be like this underground illegal.
That's
yeah.
gonna happen soon. I mean, all this just came out today.
Yeah.
Because
I could see a little bar in the corner over
It's
there.
you. That's,
you can see a bar in every
Everywhere.
corner. You can have a bar there, a bar there,
Yeah.
a bar here. Not stage bar.
Yeah.
when we
Oh, that'd
opened
be
it first,
great.
like you came a couple of years ago when it was
Yeah.
on, but you came kind of at the tail end of it. But at the start of that, when it was 20 audience every night, the comedians had to stay upstairs. We had cocktails being shaken there.
Oh.
The
Yeah.
bartender
Yeah.
shaking. He was doing Negronis, old fashions. We had different beers, and it was bumping. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. But
That's
then
pretty cool.
Then it
But
fucking died.
died, and also, all this crap. You're gonna have to find a place for this crap.
Yeah. Well,
because it's crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, that's cool. Yeah, you could definitely turn this into a spot. Like it's fairly big.
yeah.
Especially like with the couches and everything like that.
Yeah.
That's probably my biggest issue is some of these like I don't know what we call them, independent, I guess, little shows or whatever that people run, is the comfortability of the chairs.
Yeah.
Like Dimitri's show.
Independent, little insignificant. Who gives up on shows? You said that in such a bitchy kind of way.
Cunty.
Well, yeah. it is
I
cunty,
like
yeah.
this little thing you got going
yeah,
on over here.
Cute. Like, you fucking dick. Yeah. Darren, I apologize.
No worries.
The host's rudeness.
Yes. Anyway, sorry for cutting
Yeah.
you off.
Yeah. No, but you could have definitely a cool spot here.
No, it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back again. It's just,
I
it's
find
just happening slow.
hearing also that it was slow at first. I'm realizing that's a like a new thing because I feel like back in the day, a lot of young comics, like the second you posted open mic anything, like you just get a rush even in that first week of people showing up. But that's kind of gone away. And now it's like a word of mouth thing. Like if one open micer lets another one know, like, oh, this is actually a decent show, then after a few weeks, then they start coming, but they won't show up like right away.
Yeah, that's what's kind of happened here. So this week now, there's a good few people. Like I won't even be able to get everyone on that wants to get on
Right.
on Tuesday, which is a good thing. So
You should probably consider like getting the funding for this on PayPal. Like say, oh, I'm Darren. Go to this website where I can scam you. And I gotta ask you, what's
Wait,
going
yeah.
on with Jacob Silva and the accusations?
I
invited him on this podcast, and he said he couldn't do it.
he said he couldn't.
He couldn't. He wouldn't.
Well, I feel like it's a
You don't want
wouldn't.
to?
I just heard about this 2 seconds ago, but I feel like it's a wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked the Sanger in the car. I'm like, oh, did you hear? Like, What I asked, like something about Darren's activity online?
Yeah,
Like,
well, no, he said, "What do you know about Darren Burke?" And I said, "Well, not much, really. I heard that one thing about Baxter, and that's pretty much it."
Well, like just before I started the dungeon there in the pandemic, like everything was fucked. Everyone was bollocksed. I was out of work. Everyone I knew was out of work.
Yeah.
And I did a big mushroom trip one day, and then I just said, fuck it, because there was around the time like Dave Portnoy was saving businesses and stuff during the pandemic. He was doing like funds and helping businesses.
Yeah.
So I just had an idea then at that point to do something like that.
Yeah.
There's another guy that goes around, Charlie, goes around and like pays for people's cancer treatment and stuff like that. I was like, fuck it, why don't
like Mr. Beast or whatever.
yeah, kind of like that. Yeah. So I was like, why don't I try to do something like that? So then I put up a big post. And but I wrote it on mushrooms, so I was like going off and off and off. It was like
I
fucking
think we should
ages
devise
long.
a plan. We kidnap Mr. Beast.
Uh-huh.
All right, that's probably legal to say, so we'll borrow Mr. Beast.
We'll borrow Mr. Beast.
I think it'd be
yeah.
hard to kidnap him.
You
He's
think
just been
so?
to Africa and he didn't get kidnapped. So how do you think we're going to do it?
I mean, they're a bunch of stupid Africans. Like, we could devise a
You think
plan.
we're smarter than?
Than
Yeah,
Africa? Yeah, we're way smarter than Africa.
You know, all they had to do to get water, he was going regretting water. They just drilled a hole down into the ground, and now they have clean water. It's like, why the fuck weren't they doing this before?
Why could you use your spear to try to break through the surface? Come on now, Africa, get your shit together.
All right.
That's what we should call this episode.
Get
Your shit together, Africa. Yeah.
I'll change the intro song to Toto's Africa.
Good. I really like it.
So okay, so you're doing these like things. I guess your side of it is are you doing it on social media so you get like a little like views or whatever?
That's what I tried to do.
Yeah.
But that was ages ago. That was like 3 years ago.
Oh,
and
okay.
then so I got like $1,000 worth of donations around.
Sure.
And then it was just like friends and family that
Sure,
that put in money for it. So
It's like a bar mitzvah.
I tried to do one video. I went to like a friend's house because I knew he was behind on rent, and I recorded a video and I gave him fucking $1,000.
Yeah.
And then but he didn't take it. He was
really?
no, because like the camera was on. He was like, no, I'll be fine. He was like, I know what you're trying to do, but and then it kind of ruined. I was okay, fuck. So then I was wondering what am I supposed to do? Because you don't want to be fucking showing that people are fucked.
Yeah.
And so I was like, how can I help them then? So there was a couple of anyone then that wanted. So then that was the time comedy shut down, and I opened this place. Then I just cleaned it up and was like, fuck it, I'm going to do open mics here.
Yeah.
And then I messaged Kyle Lucy, I messaged Natish. And I said, look, if you ever want to do a set here, and they were like, holy shit, they're like, definitely, we'll bring an audience. And then it just turned into a way bigger thing. Like Chris Robinson was coming, Danny Martinello was here, Soldo was coming. It was like all headliners, and just me hosting it. So it was full all the time. It was the best shows ever. So I was at those. Then I would give out money sometimes if somebody was like, I'd love to go to a show, but I can't afford it. I would tell them to come, you can have a free ticket, and then at the show I would send them money as well. So I was doing shit like that.
Trying to be white Oprah.
Kind of, yeah. I didn't know what I was doing. I just wanted to fucking help people because I was in such a fucking bad spot myself. And I was like, fucking the whole world is like this because of this fucking bullshit pandemic mandates. Like. So I wanted to help. I still do. Like when I get money, that's what I'm going to be doing. I just fucking, I just have never got enough together. But I was paying the comedians big, like, so they were, because they were out of work as well. So they were the people I was helping.
Kind of
I was paying them. I didn't make any money out of the dungeon. I made nothing out of it. I barely ticked over just to get like beers and shit for the next ones. But the comedians, I would pay the top two comedians, the headliner and the next one, more than they would be getting at the clubs. Like, so just to pay them because that's their sole income. And so then the dungeon kept going. And so what happened then this time was I want to go back and do a show in Ireland for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, fucking, I'm gonna make money off that
spot.
Yeah, but I'll make money off it. But I went in to book a flight, and I've maxed my credit card. So then I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna be full time at this at some point. Like, why not fucking just see if anyone wants to fucking help out? Because all my family and friends are in Ireland, like. I have friends here, but everyone that I know, everyone that I've ever known all my life is in Ireland, so they can't support me by coming to shows here. So I just left out a GoFundMe if anyone wants to pay me for my videos. I know that you're supposed to do that on Patreon and all that, but it's still just people giving you money. So I just said fuck it, GoFundMe. But I tried to make a new GoFundMe page, and it wouldn't make it. So then I just went back into that old one and started that old GoFundMe just again and left it go, and then changed all the details.
Why don't you just get OnlyFans? Like, why not on this episode?
You whore.
Yeah, why not on this episode we make him an OnlyFans?
Make him an OnlyFans.
Yeah,
you have
and
to
that
show
way he's got two sources of income.
Show whatever.
Yeah, he has PayPal and he has OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine if Darren makes all this money and he just stops helping people and he just fucks off and becomes like this big, like almost like the new Jake Paul, like what those guys, like those influencers who are just cocksuckers, and Darren becomes a villain at the end of the day. You can see like his like origin story. He's trying to be a nice guy, but then too many Jacob Silvas come out of the woodwork.
He's like, everyone to fights.
Are you saying Jacob Silva is the guy that turns the Joker into the Joker?
Yeah. But you know, it's Jacob Silva is on his own
he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy under 300 pounds.
No,
of
but
hate. Under that 300 pounds of hate, there's a 100-pound absolute legend.
A nice guy.
Yeah.
You just have to dig it out with a huge
You're
shovel.
supposed to do cocaine and lose weight. How's he doing cocaine and gaining weight?
He doesn't do cocaine. I don't think.
Does he not?
No, because I think if he did, he'd be messaging me like, "Oh, like." I don't think he does.
That was a rumor. Because I've always gotten along with him. I've always gotten along with him, and then he's like.
Here's why you're not
abusing me.
Foul about the rumor is that everyone around him does cocaine.
Yeah.
So it's true. I've never heard of him doing cocaine or seen him doing it. So I don't think he does. But
yeah, I shouldn't have said
it's
that.
Also no. This is why I'm saying it's not crazy for you to have said that. It's because literally every person he's close to does cocaine around him.
Yeah.
Like if somebody went to me and thought I did cocaine, I'd be like, no, I don't, but I get it. You know.
What did you do with your hand right there? What the fuck was that? I was thinking about cocaine.
Okay, so I get it. I guess the issue they would have had is that you use the old GoFundMe, but your argument is, hey, if you go on it, there's nothing about I'm giving to charity or anything. It's about I'm trying to go to Ireland. All the details were about Ireland, I guess.
Well,
which I agree with you. There's no problem.
It was about. It was mostly about like just if you've ever watched videos of mine, if you watch the podcast, a lot of work goes into it. If you want to pay me for my time, I'm going to be able to build, and I do want to do a show in Ireland.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I would argue. I know you said it is technically that model is supposed to be the Patreon thing.
Yeah.
But in a way, I guess you could argue if it's really a lot of the funding is coming from your friends and family, it's actually less of an ask because Patreon is technically about signing up monthly to support you, where this is like, hey, you could just give me this amount one-off and then never, I appreciate your thing.
Forget about a show in Ireland.
Yeah.
Like for Christmas. Do a comedy Christmas show in Gaza or the West Bank. Do you know how that would sell out? Like, or actually, how many people will actually send money to your PayPal? I will do a show in war-torn Israel.
But how will people know if it's a Christmas show if you put up Christmas decorations?
You put a Christmas tree right behind you with a few lights.
I don't think Lee has a problem with you getting shot for this video. I don't think he's like, I hope that doesn't happen.
But imagine if Darren did it. He's like, you all folk it. And he does it. And then he survives, comes back, and is like, fucking viral. Just the most famous guy now. Because he went to Gaza and put on a comedy Christian show and survived. I think that's what the fucking PayPal should fund. Okay. Say, fuck Ireland, I'm going to Gaza.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he wants to go home for Christmas. That's part of it.
Just fucking double down.
Just do it now. Just do it now. There's always Christmas next year if you survive. And just get it done.
But
you'll be world famous.
But I could go there and like December 19th or something, and then just pretend it's Christmas.
Yeah,
Or go to Ireland and pretend it's
6ix9ine.
Gaza. Just put a garbage can behind you and tip it over.
You could do like that guy 6ix9ine and just show up for a second and be like, "Oh, I'm here,
Yeah.
Christmas," and then just leave.
It's helicopter away.
Yeah. So all you need is that 20 seconds of video,
Yeah.
and then you're good to go. Yeah. So when are you? So you're going this Christmas?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be going because I'm not sure yet. It
Okay.
depends if I like there's where my work is gonna get busy. I will be going. I'd say I probably will. I will be going
At some point, you're just not
I'd
sure.
say
if
I
it's
will
Christmas.
be going. It's just I have no money right now. But I'll be working a lot coming up to Christmas, and I'll make a good bit of money. So then I will be going. I basically
I
will
see.
be going,
Okay.
but I don't. Not the fact that there's none in there now, so I can't book the flight. I don't know exactly if that's
Are you
gonna
afraid
happen.
to jinx it?
Not really. I just don't know. I just don't know if it's.
You
gonna
don't know
happen.
about what's that thing that girls always tell me? You putting it out into
Your
the
dick
world.
is small.
You have a small dick. I'm not sure how that relates to this conversation, but girls tell me I have a small dick. Putting fucking positivity out
Yeah,
like you're supposed to, like
manifestation.
manifestation.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't believe in manifestation?
Yeah, no, I do, and I have manifested. That's why it is happening.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is
yeah.
happening.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
But there's like I've investments as well in the stock market that could.
If that goes
come
well, then-
through pretty soon. There's court cases going on and stuff, and that.
Oh,
could,
those
Yeah.
those are the ones that, like, if I was smart enough, those are the ones to pay attention to.
Yeah.
Is you invest in a company that's getting dicked by like court cases in the government.
Okay.
But how the assumption is they're eventually going to beat it. Because the second they beat it, that fucking shit shoots up into the air,
Yeah,
and then you get rich.
And the people that have shorted those companies, the hedge funds
Yeah,
short the companies, and they try to get those
Dick it
companies out
down.
of business because they make loads of money. Then.
Right.
But if it gets through, then they need to pay back the shorted stocks that they've had. So they need to buy stocks at the higher things, which drives the price up
Which
even further.
shoots
so,
it up.
So
Yeah.
it shoots way up. It's like it's what happened with.
I want to invest in the cocaine game.
I
They're talking
wanna
about-
do that
They're,
too,
they're talking
yeah.
about how like they're going to almost like weed dispensaries.
You're such a one-trick pony. He's fucking giving you economic advice and stuff like that. He's like, you just got to pay attention to this. And he's like, cocaine.
No, I only say this because I've watched Netflix and
Yeah.
I've scrolled, and there's a lot of cocaine related.
Yeah? Did you get to
Things.
the end, and how well did it go for those guys?
Well, it was illegal. If I had a legal, do we get our shit pure? Like, dude, little dispensary, just like a mom and pop cocaine shop, you know? Dude, they get rich and no death because it's all legal.
It's all pure.
Yeah, so I'm gonna invest in the cocaine market, Bitcoin, whatever you call it. I'm gonna invest in that,
In that.
buy a brick, and start selling cocaine legally. I'll get rich.
I like you said I only know this because I watched Netflix.
He's a smart guy.
Saying,
Because
so
I
you
watch these
people out there,
documentaries.
if you want to get
I'm like,
economic advice, you watch
everybody
Netflix
dies in
too. It's
these.
$8.99.
I'm like, you know why everybody dies? It's illegal. Once it becomes legal,
I was with
it's
a
a sure thing.
I was with a guy in Mexico,
Yeah.
and there's a place called San Cristobal in Mexico. There's this
Sorry, he's so dumb. Keep going. Sandoval. What was it?
San Cristobal, but
San
there's a
Cristobal.
place. There's a place in the middle. It's called
just called
it's
me
called
dumb.
the Candy Shop, and
Yeah.
it's just they sell all the drugs.
Oh,
They sell
yeah,
everything.
okay.
So you just go in. It's like a little shack. They have a sign up at the back.
Yeah.
All the different types of weed, DMT, cocaine. There was like the premium cocaine and the shit cocaine. The shit cocaine was $5 for a gram, and
Oh,
you
good
could
Lord.
get $20 a gram for really
Dios
good
mío.
stuff. So, but my buddy got a brick of the $5 stuff.
Yeah.
Like a big brick. He
Yeah.
brought it to our Airbnb one night, and he was gonna fucking bring it down to. He did this. Like it's already done. So like, but
And yeah,
he-
you haven't
he-
said his name.
He went. Yeah. So he went down to Puerto Escondido,
Yeah.
where you can't bring cocaine down there because just the fucking cartel. You can't
Right,
just
right,
sell
right,
drugs
sure.
on the cartel's turf. But he did anyway. But this stuff, we tried it before he went on the bus, and I was fucking like, I don't do cocaine at all. Like, but every now and again,
He was about to say
down
a lot. He's like, somebody might listen to this shit.
I thought he said, I don't do cocaine a lot.
At all. At all.
I don't. I never really liked it. I always get really depressed the
I'm
next
only
day.
gonna stop once I stop doing it off like these fucked up surfaces. Like, dude, I've done it off like dirty tables, bar stools, the back of that toilet or whatever, like the toilet back. I'm like, once I get it off, like some woman's tits or like their ass crack, I've done it all.
You've done it all.
I've done dirty.
You haven't
I've done coke on dirty.
You haven't
surfaces.
done coke on tits yet?
Not yet. No.
That seems like you're just not trying.
No,
Yeah.
it's because
I know you date girls who do coke.
Yeah.
So, you ever put two and two together?
What are you trying to say, Sager?
I'm
that
saying-
I'm cool.
No, I'm saying
Just
you're
say
not.
it. Fucking say it.
Put your tits away, Jessica.
Exactly.
I'm trying to do some cocaine. The fuck you do? You know I need to concentrate on this shit.
I'm trying to write jokes. Yeah, no. I feel like there's so many surfaces that one does that shit. You're like, it's questionable. So I think once you do it off an actual person, it's what else can you do? You know
So
what I mean?
you just think you need to reach the end of the rainbow and then you're going to stop?
I guess. Yeah, it'd be more appealing that way.
In The Wolf of Wall Street, is one part he's like, I don't know if he's blowing it in or sucking it out of the
Yeah.
girl's asshole
Oh shit!
with a straw.
So that's
So
probably
maybe
your
that's
end.
next.
I need Leo DiCaprio
That's
to
the
blow
end.
coke in my asshole here.
And you know what?
That's the apex
And then
of it.
I'll be done.
Then
I'll be
you
done.
know what?
To
I'm
Lee's,
choosing the godly path, just like Baxter.
to Lee's friends and family, if you've been hoping Lee will give up coke, this is how you get it done. Find him a girl that'll let it do it out of her asshole. He'll quit. It might seem awkward if you're his fucking Tia or something like that. And
You know, she needs the money.
no, I didn't mean she does it. I mean she finds the girl for you. You fucking pervert. You went straight to "I'll fuck my aunt." Why was he your first thought?
I wish I could relate to that, but I have no attractive answer.
I'll be the judge of that.
Oh, no problem. But you know who did have an attractive aunt? The shark.
Shark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We called her Elaine from Seinfeld.
Yeah.
She looked like that.
Nice.
And we would always, like, fuck with him, like, talk about it. Like, oh, yeah, she's hot. He's like, you know, he's trying to do the whole, like, come on, guys. But
Yeah.
in his eyes,
You
you
could see he knew it.
He's like, I'd fuck her so hard. Like, Shark, you're a creep. You're so gross, just like the rest of us. Yeah.
Yeah, so the idea is you're going to Ireland and stuff like that, and then when you're coming back, you're gonna try to like turn this into some big shit thing.
Yeah. So if the money comes in from those the stocks, then we're gonna fully revamp this place.
I see.
Because he's like, my roommate is more invested than I am. It's gonna, it really looks good. Unless there's real fuckery, then it looks like it will happen, and money won't be an issue then anymore.
Oh, sick.
So down here we're gonna, I don't know if it'll be there or here, but we'll set it up proper, like a proper podcast studio where we can have 4 people, and then we'll do shows 3 or 4 nights a week, properly promote them, have good people coming. Yeah, because I don't like the way the Toronto comedy community, it's good in some ways, but it's not together or anything. It's not, there's a few really good places, but
it just feels generally disorganized and shitty.
kind of like,
No, you're not wrong in saying
rooms that are empty, like even people that do shows
Because a lot of the
comedy
comedians
bar,
that are like circulating around are unfunny cocksuckers. Let's just be honest.
See, that's the problem, because and they're the ones that have power or
They
whatever. 'cause
dictate
they're
what
running the
happens,
shows.
who gets booked, all this shit,
Yeah.
and they're like, dude, I don't know how you got into this position to have a say. Maybe it's because you run a show, but you go like, you're not funny, which is the worst sin to commit in comedy. And number 2, you're like this.
You should go to confession.
Oh, shit. I'm not going to continue my point.
No.
That was funny.
Finish it. The worst sin is being unfunny, and
But
you're saying
also,
it gets
you're just
filled up.
like, you have such an ego that you don't you have like such confidence that how the fuck did that get there? Just because like people suck up to your ass. It's just like, dude, anybody could just convince some business owner to start a show somewhere.
Yeah.
But they get this fucking confidence where you go like, you don't deserve that. Like, stop being a fucking cunty asshole. So, you know, that's my opinion of Toronto, and everybody just tries to suck each other off to get like, put me on my show, put you on my show, my show. Everyone's like trying to bounce off one another and take advantage of one another. It's gross.
Yeah.
Just book people that are fucking funny, and everybody that's not funny, they go to the open mics. How about that? We actually make Toronto comedy actually really good.
That's how you get good. Everyone that's bad are doing like proper shows with proper audiences and getting lukewarm laughs and thinking, I'm fucking doing it. It's like if you would spend some time at open mics and realize that those jokes aren't funny, now you get better, and now when you hit the audiences, they actually want to come back and see you.
The only problem with that's good sense to someone with good sense, but a lot of guys will do an open mic, do badly, and go, fuck this place. You know, this is a terrible show anyway.
Yeah, none of them were listening.
Yeah. So there's always like an escape route you can take for not admitting that you stink. That's the only problem.
I just don't like people who don't book me. Because of the unfounded vicious rumors other people tell them about me. Let me prove to you that they're right.
No, really, your situation is you're a piece of shit, but for other reasons than what people say about you.
Those are secret.
I talked to a bar owner recently who somebody runs an open mic there, but I was talking to the owner, and I was just like, so how's it going? You know, how do you feel about the mic or whatever? And he goes, do you want the real answer or you just like want fluff? And I go, no, tell me. And he goes, my regulars hate this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, he's like, look, most of these comedians are bad. And it's cool when somebody good comes around and the regulars are actually happy. But in general, they're all bad. So like, but he's pretty committed to like seeing where it goes. But it's just like, it's just mostly bad. And that's a problem.
Yeah.
A lot of it's bad, and if you get your audience here, like, it's cool and all. I guess if they sign up, it's an open mic, it could be bad, but let's hope that at least
the open micers that have been coming, because I do a bit of a speech at the start about how shitty the other mics are. Just fucking give everyone your time, and we'll actually help each other to see the thing is everything's falling down. So let's use this to get better, and we're going to be doing other shows here, but a lot of them are actually good. You know, some of them are like only okay or whatever, but there's some of them that are actually really funny that I hadn't seen before. And then I've been because I've been doing it longer than any of the rest of the people that are usually coming, and I'm giving them pointers and shit at the end to be like, look, add this to your joke. Some of them I'm like, just keep doing what you're doing. I don't know how to help, but there's I've read a lot of books on it. I've watched a lot of comedy. I've studied comedy. So I'm kind of helping them go, and they're very appreciative of that, and they are getting better. So I like the way it's going.
Can I formally apologize to anybody listening or watching right now? Talking about comedy is so boring. Can we do like a cut, like where you go like fast forward this?
Comedy talk.
This is comedy talk. We're warning you right now. This shit sucks. Nobody gives a fuck, except maybe another dumb comic listening. But you know, overall, I wish everybody nothing but failure. I really do. I want you to taste success a bit, and then it gets ripped from your plate right away. That's what I wish.
You know how many comedians I think about that tasted success, and you don't hear about them?
They're nobody's now.
You don't fucking hear about them.
Nobody gives a fuck because it's a rude awakening. You make it in comedy, and then the next day you come out and you notice nobody gave a shit.
Yeah.
Good for you. You got to fucking jerk yourself off in front of a lot of people. And guess what? It's not happening every night now. You fucking idiot.
I can't remember who it was the other day. It was a friend of mine anyway, but they were like, and I can't remember who they were talking about, but it's like, oh yeah, he's a pretty nice guy, but a famous comedian. I was or did you meet him? He's like, yeah, I opened for him. It's like, like years ago, whatever. So,
yeah.
Unlucky.
Yeah, the open for someone big thing.
Yeah.
That I And I still am to a certain, because I do want to do it, but I used to be more jealous of it, and then I realized the amount of people who open for a really big comedian and then don't do comedy now is a fucking sad statistic.
Yeah.
Dude, I opened up for Rich Voss, and I would never use that as a credit. Although I love Voss, I would never go like, "Oh, mention that I opened." That means nothing, and it's embarrassing to do it. So how about you just go like, "I'm a funny comedian." I hate all that bullshit associated to sell yourself. It's so fucking faggy. I hate it.
But that's the stuff
Should all
that,
be
that
ashamed.
kind of works to an extent.
Yeah.
To an
works
extent.
at this level,
until
it
you're like,
works.
"Oh, they opened for such and such," and then you watch them like, "This guy sucks."
Yeah.
And you're so what if you open for this person? They suck. And I'm not saying that's the case across the board, but honestly, usually it is. Nobody gives a fuck who you opened up for, and nobody gives a fuck if you have a Netflix special. That's only that attention and that love is gonna last very limited amount of time. So get your egos out of your fucking ass, you cocksuckers. Like, I'm just mad at the comedy. I'm mad at everybody. I'm like, you guys are just fucking like, this is why I'm not liked. Because I'm like, you know what your dream is? Your dream is
when
gay.
When was the last time you did DMT?
It was in my backyard at Marlena's, I think, last summer. Sometime.
Okay.
There's so whatever the summer period is, like June, July, August, somewhere in there of last year, I did it. It was through like a vape or whatever.
You're suggesting he needs something to...
well, that's what I mean. If you hate everything, just do it again. Because I remember...
I came back from my DMT trip, I'm like, I hate everything more. There's all these gay colors around me.
you did Marlena's backyard when you were living there, and I remember I thought about this joke for fucking weeks, like, because I hadn't done DMT at the time, and I was still laughing at it when I was like fucking doing work and shit, and I would laugh at it. You said you were just sitting down, like, so I just tried DMT recently, and I figured out none of you people exist. That's good. And it was fucking great. I was laughing at it for fucking weeks afterwards.
That's why I never repeated that joke again. Yeah, that was in the moment.
Yeah.
I'm bringing it back.
But I did DMT after that, and it's fucking it wakes you up, like, it just you realize that none of it really matters in the long run anyway.
I go like, only I exist. It's all about me.
You should listen to him, though, because I'm really talking to you, too, especially something about you being next to me, is you guys are on the opposite ends of happiness right now. He is so disgruntled. And you're filled with so much hope. It's a weird thing to sit in the middle of. Like, Lynch is just like, it's all bullshit. It's all.
And I think you in the middle is very symbolic because you're a bit of both.
Yeah.
You're that yin yang symbol. You have a mixture of both. We're both extremes of the you're right, but you're
I'm in the middle.
Yeah,
it's true. Yeah, I can be miserable sometimes. I do want to go. I'm jealous of that. I want to go to Ireland so bad. I do want to try Ireland. If I was going to any like English speaking country in Europe, like Ireland is probably number one.
Yeah, it's great. It's really good.
Is it true what they say about the Guinness?
That it's better.
That's
there?
better.
Yeah,
It definitely is.
it's so creamier and delicious.
It's cream. Yeah. How would you describe the betterment of it?
Creamier as well because it's more liquid. It's more liquid.
Yeah,
So it's like thicker. It's a bit thicker, and just the flavor of it. The
Right.
kind of
Because the transportation of it
smoky or
here
peaty
does
flavor.
something to the
fucks.
fucking
it doesn't travel well. And
These
I think
assholes are like, let's send this shit
I
over
think
to
they
the...
have a factory in Canada as well.
Dude, I bring this up because I had a little extra money. Did my voice sound gay?
No, you just took a gulp of your beer to talk about alcohol.
About beer? Fucking gross asshole. But I go, you ever like spend money, but you always feel like, I still have money. Like you get like sort of distracted. You just, like, it's almost like you're getting cocky with your cash.
Spending money,
I could spend as much as I want. Dude, I looked at my fucking receipt because I'm almost broke. I literally spent like 3.5 weeks just going to different bars drinking Guinnesses. I spent so much money on Guinness.
Yeah.
And that's why I asked, because I'm like, I'd like to go to Ireland too.
Yeah.
It's the
Because
cheapest one at home.
and I would get I would die in Ireland drinking so much.
Oh, you
I'll
should
piss
go.
a fucking Irishman off. And he strangles me to death. I'm like, I'll die in Ireland if it's like $1 a pint there. I'm finished. I love Guinness so
Guinness
much.
is great.
I
Guinness is
fucking love a nice Guinness blackout. It's
fantastic. It's fantastic.
And as gay as this sounds, my favorite part of the Guinness is right near the end when all the extra cream just slides down your throat.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Can't get enough. Yeah.
Are you Northern Irish or real Irish?
No, real Irish.
Real Irish. Yeah.
Why isn't Northern Irish real?
They're Protestant bastards.
Well,
Oh, yeah?
I mean, it's part of the UK. So we tried to get it all back, but they didn't give it all back.
It didn't take. And then there's a lot of Northern Irish now who they wouldn't want to join you.
It's
right?
about 50-50, I'd say.
Oh.
Because that's where they gave most of the lords and stuff, English
Yeah,
lords.
yeah.
That's where they gave most of the land to them.
Oh, okay.
So when they were giving Ireland back, they were like, no, we're not going to give the top part because we have too many rich people living there already.
Oh,
But there is Irish people living there that would consider it Ireland.
Right.
If you ask them where you from, they would say Ireland.
They say Ireland, yeah.
But if they say Northern Ireland, that means they're probably Protestant.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Because like one of my best friends goes to Ireland all the time because he has family there. But he's going to Northern Ireland, and I feel bad when I tell him
as well.
like
it's
doesn't
really
count.
cool up there as well. But,
I'm
but
sure
there is
it's
like
fine.
different bars and stuff
I'm
that I
uninterested.
wouldn't be able to go into. Like they would ask me to leave. Like,
Oh, really?
oh yeah.
But
just
how
like
they
you're
tell?
not-
How
they-
could they tell? Because I cannot tell the difference between.
They would know. Well, they definitely know my accent because I'm from the
Oh,
south. But
okay.
but even up there, they have different accents. They would kind of know.
Oh, okay. So even if you walked in and you're like, "I'll have a beer," just the way you said that, they're like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
they'll just say,
fucker."
This is just not for you. You know, they'll be nice
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah,
They'll
yeah.
be just like, here, you know, the other bars down
Yeah,
the road.
yeah.
This is not. You're not in the right spot.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a whole weird thing. That's still it's like because we treat a lot of that north-south thing with like shittier countries than Ireland, where it's like, oh, you know, they're fighting, they'll always fight or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's that weird thing that you got. To me, it's like the same people, but one is under the UK and one is not, and
Yeah.
one is the cooler one.
But we get along with English people as well. It's just because we go over to England, we can
Yeah.
we can work in England.
It's like the Crips and Bloods or whatever over there. Like this, the separation. It's like the T's versus the Tatas. They all in it are.
Is that all you wanted to say?
Yes.
So I'll set up for that.
Yes.
TDs.
The Tatas. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I have this weird, I don't know, maybe it's because I was raised Catholic or whatever, but I have this weird like annoyance with Northern Ireland that is undeserved. I'm not Irish at all.
Yeah.
I shouldn't care. But like when I see a movie that's like, oh, this movie takes place in Ireland, maybe it's an Irish movie. When I find out it's in Belfast, I'm like, oh, I don't watch it. Like I think the movie just came out recently, like a couple of years ago, called Belfast, and it's supposed to be real good. I'm not gonna watch
I
it.
can't remember if I saw it or not.
Are they like the Jersey people of Ireland? You know, like
Northern
people,
Irish or the
you know, like a
Southern?
Jersey Shore, like those people that are like super gross New York. Is that what Northern Ireland people are
I don't
like?
know, yeah.
They're
No.
If you were
extra
to
gross
describe-
Irish people.
If you were to describe the difference, what would you describe?
Are they like the hillbillies?
They're a bit more extreme up there. They're a bit
Grimier.
more like
Like, would you say the stereotypes about Irish people apply more to them or more to your Irish? The drinking, the fighting, the.
It's the same. We are the same. Like we are
Oh,
the
okay.
same
So
people.
you-
It's just we like down where I am. There was I don't ever remember any. I just remember movies, watching things on
Yeah.
the news. I was never involved in the troubles.
Sure.
But up north, they were till recently enough. There was a ceasefire in like 1997. So all of those people, they were on edge the whole time. They were on edge because they didn't know if there's going to be a bomb. They didn't know if there, it was like
Yeah.
it wasn't like it is in Gaza, but there was bombs often. Like so, those kids grew up fucking
With this
scared
mentality.
and with like
Yeah.
we need to fight them. We need to kill them. We need to fucking fight for survival. So now that they've grown up and now that they don't have the troubles anymore. They're still like looser people. Like they're great. They're fun. They're very fun people to be around. But they're mental enough up there compared to the people in the south.
How currently active is the whole like IRA thing, because the reason I ask is I just finished watching Sons of Anarchy, which, to be fair, is now like a 10-year-old show.
Yeah.
But I just finished, and a big part of Sons of Anarchy is them getting guns.
Yeah.
From the IRA, right? And then I was watching this, being like, it just feels like they randomly picked the IRA. Are they really still bringing in things to the U.S. and like how powerful?
They say they're gone. They say they're gone.
Yeah.
No, like they don't, but they're never gone.
They're
never gone. They're like right now. It's kind of more like a gang almost.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. Like the IRA, like for Italian or for Irish, the mafia for like Italians, or the Yakuza, like for Japan.
Japanese.
All these like criminal organizations have these like same names or whatever, and it's like you go, but which one? Like the Russian mafia.
Yeah.
Is there like a term for the Russian mafia, or is it just called Russian mafia?
I guess we call it the Russian mafia, but I think there's sections of it similar to like the Italians in the U.S. Like there's different families. I know there's like the Vor, and they're a type of Russian mafia members. So you could be a Vor member, or you could be something else. So I guess in that sense, like you could be a Vor or whatever.
Which one would you want to like just not fuck with?
Out of all
of them, if you had to like, oh shit, I'm on the bad side of this organization, which is one. You can include Hell's Angels, whatever ones you could like think of. What is a gang that you just don't want to be on their bad side?
Who's the one? I don't know if they're Russian. I don't know if they're Russian, but they turned against Russia a while back, and then Putin fucked them. It's like a group.
The Ukrainians.
Not the Ukrainians. No. It's like
Poland.
There's a name for them. But they're a group of just mercenaries. Basically, they're for hire. And Putin wasn't paying them, so they said, "What's the name of it?"
Yeah. I know what they're almost like BlackRock, but for Russia.
But they're like,
Yeah,
they are wild people. Like they will do anything. They will kill anyone.
I heard about them. I don't know as much.
I can't
about
remember the name.
They sound like the best porn stars. They'll do anything.
They'll do
yeah, they're extreme.
The bad ones I hear are the Russian mafia, like because they do that whole "we'll go after your family" thing and all that kind of stuff.
But don't they all?
No, like it depends on which. Some of them don't. Like Italians, as they say, they don't. I'm sure they have, but they say they don't. Like the Cosa Nostra or whatever. I think I've heard that the Irish don't either, but I could be wrong about that one. But then others do. So I hear the Russians. I hear the cartel are bad, and then what's that one? MS-13.
MS-13 is one you don't want anything to do with, because dude, they'll not just kill your family, they'll rape them like in front of you.
Yeah.
I'll take like, would you rather your family be wiped out by a gang that kills them all and tortures them but doesn't rape, or a gang that does rape? Do those other things. I'll go with the non-rape gang. I don't want my family get fucked.
I just pictured Lee with a pros and cons list on a blackboard.
No
and
rape.
There's MS-13, and then there's the Russian mob. Says no rape here, but they skin you alive. I'll put that in the pro column.
I'd rather like they get skinned alive than get laid.
What if they rape but they give you a bit of cocaine while you're watching?
Right. They do like smash it in your face. Do you ever watch that? Like it's like a power move. Like somebody will grab coke and smash it in some asshole's face. Dude, you ever watch those fucking? What's that sport that you see online where they smack each other in the face and all this dust blows off?
Yeah, it's
like
a
smack.
It's a slap competition, whatever thing. Yeah,
that dust needs to be blow, because like as you get smacked, you get numb with the powder inhaling, and then you could keep going further rounds. You could go 9 innings. Yeah.
I just realized, based off of several things Lee has said on this podcast, he believes coke is legal now, and I don't know where. Like where you got that impression. Like you talked about, I'll just open a mom and pop's Coke store in Toronto, and then now you're like in this nationally televised. It's not televised, but you know what I mean.
It's not national either.
Yeah.
Oh no, actually it is international.
This is national.
Yeah.
But on YouTube, you're like, oh, they should just use cocaine. Cocaine is not legal yet.
Yeah.
It might be one day.
Well,
He's
no.
trying to get in before the rush.
Yeah.
I could feel the boom about to happen. So I gotta,
I think it
invest
could
now.
happen.
You gotta act. Yeah.
I think it could happen. I wouldn't put my money on it, but I think it's possible coke could be
But in
legalized.
Vancouver, it's legal, is it?
It's they have they use that decriminalized word or whatever. So yeah.
Oh, they're shooting up heroin and everything. In Vancouver.
Vancouver's fucked.
Yeah.
Vancouver's a fucked place.
Yeah, that's a wild thing to do. Like,
I'll never go there. It's full of junkies
of like crack and different drugs. It's crazy.
Yeah, what an unappealing place Vancouver sounds like.
It's terrible.
It's covered in fucking Asians and drug addicts. I want nothing to do with it.
No, Vancouver's supposed to be a fucking shithole.
Yeah.
But similar to like, I think San Francisco did a similar thing, so they're also having the same issue.
Do you see that app where like you could find where people take shits? Like people upload just information. Oh, there's a homeless guy shit. Like they document like homeless shit. So, like in your area. Don't you just want to like get that app and take a nice shit yourself like in the middle of the night and then see it appear? You're like, that's me.
Like, this guy's uploading a lot.
Yeah, uploading, downloading.
I'm telling you, anyone who's listening to this episode, if you can message me and tell me how that related to anything that we were talking about prior. I enjoyed it too, so I'm not yucking your yum. But as you've kind of finished it, I was like, why were we talking about that? How many days? I was really trying to figure it out until I realized I'm like, there was no tracking for like.
I'd say it again. It was fun.
You really would. If I was like on a diatribe about like, oh, I just recently lost my aunt and I've been really sad. You know, there's this shit app.
Your aunt would have liked it.
Oh my god!
It just popped in my head. I'm like, this can't wait. Like,
this can't wait. We gotta. Yeah, it's gotta come out this podcast. Yeah. I don't think the whole first part recorded because I think when it shuts off like that, it just doesn't. I could be wrong, but the only thing I want to not forget you. So Matt Baxter is moving in with you.
Baxter's gonna come in tomorrow. Yeah.
So do you have a separate room for him, or is he sleeping like on the couch?
There's a room. It's better than my room. Like it's fucking. It's
How
good.
does he fucking do that? His last place, he got the best room too, and it's like.
You know what we gotta do?
What?
You know, like flash mobs.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, "Let's go shit in his room now."
No,
that's what I
gotta do.
Say as well.
And put on the app. Hey, Baxter, you should check this out.
We should say you laughed so hard I could smell the beer. Fucking alcoholic. I smelled it and I was like,
I suck. We should do a flash pod on Baxter.
On Baxter?
Yeah, let's set everything up and it's like a trap.
Oh yeah.
And then Darren just goes like, you know, hey Matthew, I think there's some cocaine downstairs. And he just goes, Matt wanders down and like surprise. And we gave him a mic, and then we all like, hey, welcome back to the podcast.
And that goes in line
with
him. Famous movies that this basement matches. Not only Evil Dead, but also that's what they did in Parent Trap. They locked them in the basement, and the two parents had to like get along. If you lock Matt into this basement with us, we could come out with a great new podcast.
Yeah. No, I mean like.
Yeah, we'll set it up.
Let's plan this out.
Well, I was going to be doing podcasts with him anyway. You can come back and come here anytime you want. Yeah.
Doesn't that bug you so much, Sanker?
Yeah.
That he just was talking to Burke, going, "We could start our own." Meanwhile, he is completely abandoning us.
Well, it's because I'm kind of sober as well.
Yeah.
So
like kind of.
That's the most
I'm kind of sober too.
Well, like I fall off every now and then, but I wasn't doing what he was doing. But drink was taking over my
sucking
life.
dick.
So
from somebody posing as a woman.
I wasn't being gay.
I wasn't being gay.
Somebody posing as a woman.
I do think that's the best situation for him. Is another quasi sober.
So we were going to talk about like it wasn't even going to be. I don't know if I'm sure it would be funny, but we were going to talk about because he said he was like 70 days on the godly path, so he's back on like religion and stuff. So I
wish I was said it any other way. That did bother me, but I applaud. I'm happy at the result. But 70 days on the godly path really makes me mad.
It's such an annoying. I said it earlier. I said earlier to be annoying, just as like a joke. But you're like, oh, shut up.
But he's going down south if he doesn't do like that. That's
I'm
the way.
super happy.
But do you think that Baxter sucks?
The terminology I hate, but the amount I'm very happy.
It sucks to say, but do you think that Baxter then needs to find a different path in life. Meaning,
I thought about that the
but you're
other
like,
day.
dude, you can't do comedy.
I thought
You're
about that.
too weak to be around us drunks and addicts and assholes. You can't.
He's very funny though.
He's
very,
hilarious.
very
Oh
funny.
yeah,
but
yeah,
no,
it's
it's
That's why I
counter.
think it's sad.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard to say because it's
He can be
counterproductive
funny
to
and
his.
sober.
That's not the point.
Well-
he can, but he can't be surrounded. But I think he gets
You
influenced
think
easily.
there's too much temptation. So it's not
Way
about
too
whether it
much.
makes him funny or not. It's
Yeah.
that there's
Yeah.
too much temptation. So yes, he'll be funny sober. He'll be funny drunk. That's not related
Yeah.
to what it's like. Is this too much of a fucking monster? The comedy scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess time will tell. Whatever. You seem like a fucking even keel person anyway. So at least there's that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not that you're in charge of his sobriety. I don't want to put that on you. Fix him.
When
Yeah.
he messaged, I was I was nervous first, and
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
happened that Ben was going out. He said, "Do I know any places?" And then I was like, "Which Baxter are they getting?"
Yeah.
And he said 69 days on the godly path, brother. And then I was like, do you know what? I was, because, apart from the money stuff, like, people do come into my life that need help as well.
Yeah.
And I do. The reason my hair is so long, like, my barber's trying to fucking, my barber's suicidal at the minute. So it's just people
He's about
come
to turn
me.
those scissors on himself.
People come to me for help, and I never
Yeah.
say no. Usually, I do whatever I can do for people, like, because I'm able to talk to people.
Yeah.
I do a lot of mushrooms, and I fucking I've figured a lot of stuff out that I needed to figure out myself, so I can put that onto other people. So even if I can't give money to people, I can fucking help them in any way that I can. So once he said that, I was like, okay, Ben's moving out. Let's go. Let's
Oh, it's
because
dope.
it's only going to be for a couple of months, so.
Oh, right. Yeah,
So it's like a stepping stone to the next spot. But then I'll be able to find, hopefully, another spot. There's Irish people are always looking for roommates and stuff like that.
So let's just say now, Matt Baxter, this is how we lured you back into the life of sin. We're going to get you drunk, and then you'll die. No, we miss you. I miss you. I need you.
Hey, you need sobriety.
Nah, fuck that. Life sucks.
Life sucks.
It'll never get better. You get sober for a minute, you're like, life still sucks. You know what I mean? There's no way around it. It's just better to be drunk and high and, that closer to death. It's better that way.
Yeah.
It's better. I mean,
You need
what else are
some
you going to do?
unity.
Be sober, bored, and fucking losing your mind? Because then you're going to get addicted to some other drug, which is like psycho counter drugs or whatever. Oh, like I developed a mental illness. Why do you want to take pills? Do mushrooms, do blow, do alcohol, smoke weed, fuck your sister. I don't know. I don't know. But don't take pills.
At least
Unless
this
they're
is how much
Molly.
of a problem he has is that he doesn't consider that the person would be sober. He's like, you're gonna quit alcohol? What? So you can do pills? And Darren's like, no, I was gonna do neither. Just gonna eat more bologna or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mushrooms, I don't count in any of that shit. Mushrooms.
I have.
Dude, mushrooms take me out. I do mushrooms and I'm just like, I can't do anything.
Yeah, but don't do anything.
Yeah.
Sit and meditate. Sit in it. I'll send you a playlist to listen to, and sit in it. Don't leave your room. Go under the covers if you need to, and just get through your bullshit.
I argue back with my own enlightenment during fucking a trip. Like, everything is one, everything is beautiful. Like, fuck you.
And you shit yourself.
It's I don't know. It's difficult. I'm not like I like psychedelics, but I'm more into what do you call them? Uppers.
Yeah.
I like uppers.
Uppers, which is like Coke. I know is an upper, right?
Yeah,
And
Molly.
then is alcohol,
Yeah.
or does alcohol not get defined in
I think
uppers
an
and
alcohol's a downer. I think.
Well, beer is a
I think
liquor though.
Tequila is
Like-
an upper.
like-
Tequila is the only upper.
Liquor is the one that fucking sends you.
I would imagine vodka. I could get an up from vodka.
Could be, yeah. But
Yeah.
whiskey is definitely a downer. But I mean, they can
Yeah.
make you happy, but they're
They
technically
mellow
down,
wine. Yeah, that's what it means. Technically,
Yeah.
it's just
Dude,
yeah.
Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Yo, Mike's Hard
That must be
Lemonade.
an
There's
I know
nothing-
it's the
Yeah.
gays thing. It's so good.
You ever
I'll
see
just-
girls on Mike's Hard Lemonade?
Yeah.
They're
yeah.
just fucking pumped. You know
That's
what I mean?
because there's a lot of sugar in it too,
Yeah,
so that
that's
makes
what it is.
things an upper. But I don't care what anyone says. I fucking if I'm at a barbecue and I'm like, hey, can I have a beer? And you go, we're all out, but we got Mike's Hard Lemonade. I'll act like I'm upset,
Oh,
but
yeah.
that's so fucking good.
Isn't it so much fun to make out with a girl that's drunk too? And it's just the sloppiest kiss. Like it's just like the most like uncoordinated, bashing each other's faces like with wetness kiss.
You ever
I like it. I kind of like it.
You ever try to intense kiss and then clip your teeth against
Oh,
their teeth?
yeah, they crack each other, and one of you do the.
And it hurts your brain somehow.
Yeah. They got too much ice cream all at once.
That's God telling you this girl's gonna ruin your life.
Yeah. And you go,
We always
shut up,
continue.
Lord. It's not about you.
Shut up, God. I'm trying to get my dick wet.
Exactly. Where are we at right now?
I don't know. I can't read that from there. If one of you have good enough eyes, that might say 50.
That is 54.
Oh yeah. So we're actually there. So let's promote some stuff.
Yeah.
So at least a couple of people might actually show up, like one or two. So yeah, I don't know. Say anything about this show, about or your GoFundMe thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the show I have in the dungeon. It's on King Street. It's on my Instagram, Darren Burke Comedy. Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I have a podcast, my own one, the Darren Burke Show, and then Two Gingers, One Mic with Matt Render.
Despicable human being. Go
Yeah.
on.
Despicable. Yeah, I've heard about that. Actually,
he's
I
taking
really like
over
Matt.
Palestine. at the minute. That's why we can't. We're on a hiatus while Matt's freedom fighter for Israel.
He's shoving around Palestinians.
At the same time, everyone's like, "Who the fuck is this ginger?" I'm Jewish.
He's wearing his cut-off sleeves. Just we get it, man.
I'm sorry, Matt.
I'm a huge Matt Render fan. Actually, I really like.
He's a
him.
legend.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a genius. He's a complete genius. He writes papers for people in school. That's his job.
Oh, that's what he does. I knew another
University
comic
papers.
used
He
to do
write
that.
law papers
Yeah,
and
yeah,
everything. He didn't go.
He
to
told me
school.
about that. Yeah.
He's just He's
There's a
an absolute
talent to
genius.
it, like writing a paper. Like there's a you can learn how to do it, and it doesn't mean you're smart. I'm not saying he's dumb, but it just
Yeah.
means like you know how to fucking.
Yeah, what he has to do, he doesn't agree with any of the things he writes. He's doing like gender studies exams.
I'm
and
gonna
stuff.
hire him to write me a pro-Hamas Palestine.
He probably is doing that. That's probably what he's writing now.
It's his manifesto. I got something to promote.
Yeah.
I'm talking to a certain club tonight. I've been talking to them. This podcast is going to put on a live show. It's going to feature people that have appeared on this podcast. It's called G&O. These people are sick. And we're going to try to have one by the end of this month or early next month. So stay tuned.
All right, check out that show.
Yeah.
Check out Darren Burke online and everything. Check out his GoFundMe. Check out this show. I'm going to be coming by very soon, so to check out the open mic.
And check out Notorious Big Jake.
Check his pulse that he's still alive.
Oh, damn! I was like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Cheers. Thanks very much.